Going live. How you going? Dusty Bogan here. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Delicious. I got my Christmas caterpillar. The globalists are trying to depopulate the planet, so I've come up with a new tradition, the Christmas caterpillar. Repopulate the planet. Every man should grow a Christmas caterpillar. We're going to be the new baby boomers, the Christmas caterpillar. You know what I mean? Woo! What a start. Hope everyone's doing well. Trump's almost had his impeachment garbage going on today. I was watching him. He did a mad speech. I don't know where he was, but he was doing a speech today. It was hilarious watching it on my smoko. I love Trump. He's the best. All the shit's going on. They're trying to impeach the bloke, and he's just he's doing a speech, and he's just like ranting and raving and cracking jokes, pulling faces and doing funny voices, taking the piss out of the world. How good is he? He's the best. How you going? Evening, Dusty. Thanks, mate. Old skunk. What a mad dog. We need to start this live with a beer bomb. What do you reckon? Hey, back now. This is for you, mate. This is for Trump. We're praying for Trump. Believe it's all going to be all good, mate. Stuff the Democrats. You. First beer bong. Does it get any better than that? Jeez, there's a fair bit of foam dropping out of that. God bless yous. Bang! Hope yous like last week I went to church. I go to the Catholic church every Easter and Christmas. It's funny, I guess my church is what you call a Protestant church. I don't know. I'm just a Christian. Mere Christianity. Read that book of C.S. Lewis anyway. I go to the Catholic church Easter and Christmas. Really enjoy it. It was great. Funny thing. Here's a funny thing. I don't know if you guys have in America, wherever you are from. In Australia, our bank cards, right? They have a little microchip on them, and you can just tap them. Beep, beep. You just tap them and go, right? You want to pay for stuff. You don't have to swipe them and put your PIN in anymore. It's just you tap it. Anyway, and then when they don't really talk about money at the Catholic Church anyway. They just like randomly pass around a money bucket, right? And it had built in the side of it a pay tapper, $10 built-in donation. And I was like, wow. Really handy because I had no cash. Who has cash anyway? Doesn't like, barely. And just $10 pay pass. I was like, good on yous, mate. No pressure either. No pressure. I didn't even hear them talk about money. Next thing, this plate's gone past, and I tapped it. Bang bang. And I always pay for my candles. They have like a $2 tapper thing. You can pay for your candles too. And I prayed for Trump, Proud Boys, Bojo, Boris Johnson, Scott Morrison, all of them. Anyway, I know it's not really relevant, but it's still good. It's a good time of year to go to church, even if I'm not a Catholic, but I still go to the Catholic church. I think it's great. The architecture. I like the architecture, the artwork, the whole thing. You walk in, bit of holy water, you feel the holy water, you get to light a candle, and you're lighting it off someone else's candle. Someone else has been there. They've prayed for something, for someone, for their family, their friends, whatever, and you're lighting off there. You know someone's been there. And, your candle, that candle might be about to go out, but you're relighting off theirs and you're leaving it there. You have your little moment of silence. I thought it was good. And then, they took FBOS, right? Lol, the church taking FPOS. Yeah, they have this FPOS built into the bucket they passed around, right? And like you think, like, look, I get it. You can't walk into this huge, beautiful building with all this artwork and stone masonry and, you know, lead light, the glass, and, you know, you actually eat. I had communion. It's like delicious wine and the whole thing. I was like, you know what? That's worth putting it $10 towards that. If I can afford, right? If I can afford, maybe 10% of people, maybe, you know, a third of the people there could afford to put $10 in, so everyone can go whenever they want. The door's always open. Anyway, it doesn't matter. All I'm just saying, you know, it's interesting. I only go twice a year, so I actually enjoy it. And it's off topic. We're talking about Trump. We're talking about a new tradition anyway, and that's the Christmas caterpillar. You know what I mean? I'm encouraging all men. This is every Christmas from now on, the Christmas caterpillar. It's baby making season. We're repopulating the planet with conservative, God-fearing conservatives and libertarians. You know what I mean? So what, 11? Yeah, at least they serve wine at these churches. Yeah, the wine's good. This is the thing about going. I'm walking into this mad building. I can see it. I can feel the holy water. I get to light my candle off someone else's candle. I'm sitting there, and then you hear the choir come in. You can hear us singing that, you know, Latin ancient hymn, whatever it is, and you can smell the holy smoke, the incense. You can smell it, and then I can hear it. I can smell it. I can feel the holy water. I can then I go and I eat the communion. I can feel it burning in my tummy, the awesome wine. And I'm like, wow, I just appreciate it. The artwork. Even the priest, he spoke a good message, and it was like about like tough times. He's like, the Apostle Paul was locked up in prison. He wrote this letter. He posted it from prison to the church in Jerusalem, who was like apparently camped outside of Jerusalem, surrounded by people who hated them. And he's like, be in joy, have joy. The joy of the Lord is my strength. He was talking about having joy, and he's like, we have joy, right? And it doesn't matter about your circumstance, even though you might be in prison or in the desert. And I was like, geez, that's a great message for a culture, like a PC culture where everything's got to be fucking perfect. You know what I mean? Anyway, and I thought, tip of the hat. It was all good. It was all good. I enjoyed it. I like them. I like a bit of tradition, bit of culture, bit of what do they call it? It's like the old I heard Alex Jones ranting and raving, and he's like, when you do any acting, any performance, it's all symbolic, and it's like ritualistic, isn't it? We're reenacting. It's a ritual. When I have my communion, when I do these things, when we have Santa, Saint Nicholas, it's like a ritual. We dress up. People dress up like Saint Nick, the guy who did something in history. He liked to celebrate baby Jesus' birthday by going and throwing bits of gold in people's chimneys, you know, to be a blessing to the poor. And some of the gold fell into someone's stocking, and they were like, this Saint Nicholas dude, what a legend, what a top bloke. And then we all dress up. People dress up like Saint Nick and celebrate baby Jesus and give gifts, like the three wise men who gave gifts when baby Jesus came. And we have like these ceremonies. We're starting a new tradition. Christmas caterpillar. Time to create another baby. If you're not a father, maybe this Christmas season, grow a Christmas caterpillar and we can slowly repopulate the planet. The world needs more bogans. You know what I mean? Wherever you're at. That's what I'm talking about. Getting you in the festive Christmas caterpillar season. Christmas caterpillars, if you want to have a Christmas caterpillar, right, you got to feed it to keep it healthy with a nice shiny coat. You have to feed your Christmas caterpillar every 2 to 3 days. You need to feed it cat's milk, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Just to keep it healthy. Repopulate the planet. Just coughed a lung full of God's holy smoke. Yeah, mate, that's it. Laughing at the news reporting about the horror heat wave, or as we call it here in Australia, summer. That's it, mate. It's not even hot. I work with my brother, my older brother, and he was like, it's fucking hot today. It's about 2 o'clock. And I'm like, fuck off. It's not even hot, mate. You call this fucking hot? If you want to be a real dickhead to your workmates, this is what I do. I'll be like, do you reckon it's hot? You reckon it's hot, mate? And they'll be like, and I'll be like, this is nothing, mate. This is nothing. That's a real dickhead move. Just to piss them off, you know what I mean? Pretty funny, but anyway, where are we fucking going? How's this for an article in the festive season? Talking about Christmas caterpillars and going to church and Trump trying to impeach Trump. This article I was reading is pretty relevant. This is what they reckon. This is the ABC News. $1 billion a year tax-funded Australian news network. What a fucking joke. Oh, my mate Brett's calling me. I'll have to call him back later. How's the ringtone like? Love that? Gotta love that. Tommy. What a fucking legend. Hey, yeah. Oh, my mate Brett. I hope he comes to the pub tomorrow. Anyway, staying in the festive season, Donald Trump trying to impeach him, the fucking demonic green goblins that smell like sulfur. You know who they are. Get this article. Donald Trump's impeachment process compared to trial that led to the crucifixion of Christ. I was like, wow, this is pretty... a Republican politician has compared the impeachment process against Trump to the crucifixion of Christ, declaring Christianity's Messiah was given a fairer trial than the US president. That's pretty strong words, eh? That's why I like it. I was like, man, damn, that's tough. Tell them to tune in live. I know. I should have, eh? Sometimes I answer my phone and I'll be like, hey, yeah. And just get them on. Just get them on the show. Bretto's all good. He'll come have a beer bong. You know what I mean? Straight down the back of his neck. He owes me $1,000. Nah, he actually does. But it's all right. Pardon me, what a pig. Georgia Representative Barry Loudermilk drinks cat's milk. Made reference to Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor who presided over the trial of Jesus and ordered his crucifixion in the New Testament of the Bible. Historical fact, when Jesus was falsely accused of treason, Pontius Pilate gave Jesus the opportunity to face his accusers. I don't think Jesus was falsely accused. Jesus committed blasphemy because he said he was God. They said, I think they said, like, you said you were God, or you said you were just, and he said, I am. You know, he said the same thing as that Moses said in the burning bush. And Moses said, who are you, to the burning bush? And the burning bush said, I am. And they were like, full blasphemy. So I guess Jesus, he was crucified for blasphemy. There you go. Though he told the truth. After the House vote in which the article of impeachment succeeded, the Republican-controlled Senate will conduct a trial with politicians acting as juror and House members as prosecutors. Senator Majority Leader Mitch McConnell told reporters on Wednesday the trial would be as short as possible. Thank goodness. The calling of witness is not expected. In each of the four Gospels in the New Testament, description of the trial depicts Pilate as wanting to release Jesus after having him flogged rather than crucifying him. The crowd, including angry priests, demanding Jesus be put to death. Crucify Trump. They're all the same demonic goblins, aren't they? These fucking Democrat losers. Holy smoke. They're like the demonic smoke. They smell like sulfur. Don't worry, there's plenty of them over here too. Yeah, the fuck was I in there, smutty thing? In letter to the blah, 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 we cannot barely be expected to participate in a hearing while the witnesses are yet to be named and while it remains unclear that the blah, 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 blah. It's all fucking bullshit. Anyway, we know what's going to happen. I'm not sure. I think this article said it went through today in the House, and then in the new year it's going to go to the Senate, and obviously they're going to bloody get fucking booted. It's not going to make it through, and then Trump's just going to be laughing. He'll be like, fucking... Like today I was on Smoko, and I'm just sitting there watching Trump, the legend. He's just doing his speech. Wherever he did his speech today, he was just, mate, he was unbelievable. And I think to myself, I'm like, listen to this, boys. You never, I don't know, ever in the history of planet Earth. I think Trump's changed politics forever. But I'm like, would we ever see someone, he's just like, he's like pulling faces. He's doing funny voices. And he's just like talking with his hands. He's getting people up on the stage. He was talking. It was unbelievable, mate. Trump is the man. I'm just like, this guy, powerful. And they're trying to impeach him. It ain't going to happen. We're going to get more Trump. This is only going to like fuel the fire of that old man. Fucking, here's me PayPal. If anyone wants to donate, chuck it straight in my PayPal, mate. And I'll fucking dead set. PayPal. Don't give any money to Google if you don't have to. If you want to shout me a beer bomb. Fucking oath, mate. How about we do another beer bong anyway? Get this party started. Thirsty Thursday. See if I can flip. Here we go. Let's fire this up. They're all demons. Amen, brother. You know what's up. Trump is the second coming of Christ. Amen. Here we go. Another beer bong. Beer bongs for Trump. That's the way we do it. Oh, here we do this. Dedicated to Donald Trump and everyone watching. Ah, delicious. Oh, Brett Eckert. Oh, Bretto. Bang. Hang on a second. There we go. Here we are. What other fucking news? Anyway, we know Trump's all sorted, mate. I got some other news to talk about. Can't all be about Trumpo. No. It could be, actually. I could just dedicate every Thirsty Thursday to Trump. He's such a legend. Here's some good news for the world. Keanu Reeves, Alex Winter returned to trusty phone booth in the first Bill and Ted 3 photos. I don't know what that is. Anyway, this is good news. They look a bit older. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter's returned to the trusty time-traveling phone booth and square with our old foe and bandmate Death in the first photos from the third installment of the Bill and Ted saga. Bill and Ted Face the Music, awesome, out August 21st, 2020. Yeah. That'll be sick. I wonder where I can watch the old Bill and Ted Bogus Journey, I'm pretty sure it was. Face the Music will be set several decades after the event of Bogus Journey, with Bill and Ted stuck in the doldrums of the Middle Ages and struggling to write some song that was supposed to save the world. The pair then receive a visitor from the future who warns them that their music remains the key to humanity's survival, prompting Bill and Ted and their daughters to embark on another time-hopping adventure. Sounds sick. I need to brush up on the old Bill and Ted. I remember watching it when I was a kid. Been like, what is this trip out? Yo, Dusty, I recall a mention of a man without clothes running away at some stage during Jesus' arrest. And some speculate that is a reference to Saul at the time. Your thoughts? Oh, yeah. Maybe. I've never heard of that. A naked dude. A man without clothes running away at some stage. Well, I mean, at that stage, Saul was like a nutcase who was hating Christians, you know what I mean? So you wonder what he would be doing running away. He'd probably be there like, he would have been loving it, mate. Some old dude in Israel told me that decades ago. Wow, sounds sick, man. I'm into reading all the different sides of it all. So what implicate Paul in the arrest? I can't remember exactly. Oh yeah. Well, maybe Paul could have been there. You know what I mean? Who bloody knows? He would have been. Surely he would have been right amongst all the action, right? Been right there, right amongst it. Paul, what a legend. The bloke, mate. You know, we want to see more of these Paul-like characters of the New Testament. People who are nutcase left-wing psychos or Islamic extremists who become red pill, become based, you know what I mean? Who do like full 360s and turn it all around. That's what the world needs more of right now. And I reckon we're going to see that. Just come back to reality. Some of these people of the left. The trick in life at the moment is we can't be pulled into. I've been pulled into it. You get pulled into the Karl Marx Communist Manifesto and his conflict theory, where they just want everyone pitted against each other. So I don't look at. You look at the Trump rallies, right? You look at Trump rallies, and you got like Mexicans, Latinos, women, gays. They're all like gays for Trump, Latinos for Trump, African Americans for Trump, women for Trump. So the thing is, there's like the left-wing people who love dividing everyone up. They love they believe in conflict theory. They cut everyone into a demographic and use them. They're just our version of cannon fodder. And then we have on the right wing, we're all together, all different. Maybe we don't agree on everything. We believe in true freedom of speech. We're all Westerners. We all love the modern world. We all love what's being created, and we're all like, yeah, so what? So what? There's a gay dude, different racial groups, rich, poor, black, white, female, male, whatever, gay, straight, and we're all like, whatever. We see the values of conservative, libertarian, classical liberalism, and we like that. That is common sense, peaceful, prosperous world. We're not divided. We stay together. We don't want to be pulled into the rubbish. Beardy, I don't know if that's how you say your name, bro. Yeah, he wasn't really naked. This guy said it meant he lost his rank or something. Oh yeah. Don't know. Yeah, I wonder about Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I need to get onto it. It'd be sick if they had Bill and Ted on like Netflix or something. I remember watching Wayne's World, and there's like hints about like communism and stuff in that too. How it's like, yeah. Anyway. What else is in the news, Dusty? I'll tell you what else is in the news, mate. Get this, my young Aboriginal mate posted this, and he was like, the government's going to be rich. That's what he reckons. I don't even think this is real. If this is real, you know, get this, huge fines for Australians caught swearing in public. Do you believe this? This is out of control. Whether you agree or not, swearing in public place can land you in a lot more trouble and debt than you expect. Even though it's become normal to drop a swear word when you get frustrated, it's actually considered illegal when visiting parks, beaches, and restaurants right across Australia. Never knew this. The Summary Offence Act 1988 states a person must not use offensive language in or near or within hearing from a public place or school. That's why they have to put barricades around construction sites to protect everyone. Protect everyone's ears from the foul language. That's why I tick the box. Is this video appropriate for children? It's like, no. I reckon I've gotten better with my swearing. Need another cold beer, mate. Oh no, half a beer here. Getting thirsty Thursday, mate. The old mate at Bottle rocked up, and they're like, truck must have just pulled up, and they're just bringing in cartons and cartons and cartons of beer into the Bottle. I was like, hey mate, I'm like, you want a hand? Shout me a carton, I'll give you a hand. He's like, no, I'll be right, mate. And then I walk in, and then the other dude, he was there stacking cartons inside too. I'm like, you right there, mate? That's the hardest thing you've done all day. And he's like, don't get me fucking started. The other two have already pissed me off. And I was like, fucking hell, mate. Nah, he's all right. I always talk to my local Bottle guy and have a laugh. He's all right. He was on the verge of snap. He's like, I've already gone off every day this week, mate. Old Ballycopter, here you go, mate. Hey, Dusty, do you think ScoMo is entitled to a holiday with his family during school holidays? Yeah, fucking oath he is, mate. Why not? I reckon they're all bloody whingers. Yeah, fucking oath, mate. It's un-Australian not to have time off over Christmas. You know what I mean? We can't get tricked into all this, all the rubbish, mate. You need to have at least. I got mates, actually, like a lot of my mates that didn't get time off over Christmas. I was like, geez, you must be busy. That's good. But yeah, you gotta, I reckon, minimum 2 weeks. Bang. You gotta have 2 weeks off, mate. Middle of summer. Come on. It's the left whinging. Yeah, it's the fucking left whinging. And I seen like that thing about the firefighters, they're like volunteer firefighters, and they're like, they should get paid, and they're like trying to make ScoMo out to be this big evil dude. But like, you know what, mate, I volunteered every Friday night and every second Wednesday for 10 years. 10 years, mate. 10 years to a local youth group, my local church. It's a youth group, right? Helping kids. It was just people from all over the area. It was full at one of the most, I think it's the most second most multicultural suburbs in Queensland. And we had a true demographic of the local community. Transgender, gay kids, every race on earth, all there, Muslims, everyone. It was Christian focused, but it was just good fun. Volunteered 10 years, mate. 10 years. And if you're a volunteer, you do it because you wanted it. And I think like the firefighters, volunteer firefighter, I'd do that. Sounds like fucking mad fun. As long as they got all their equipment and that. But I seen the left whinging about that too, and I thought, you know what, volunteers, some people like, but they've had time off their own work, time off. Maybe ScoMo could be like, right, in these rare circumstances where we've got, you know, you're a volunteer firefighter, it's a long, you're doing more than above. Maybe they should give them like a tax break or something. Be like, bang, you get a tax, when the tax time rolls around, you get a tax deduction. Maybe. Or what they could do is be like, if you want a couple extra bucks, put your hand up and ask for it, and they can have it if they ask for it. But I reckon when you volunteer, it should be they opt in, volunteer. They're volunteering. They don't have to do it, right? If they say like, hey mate, that's the limit, that's all I can offer, you don't have to do it. No one's forcing them to do it. But I've noticed the left wing saying all this, like, oh, these firefighters should get money, and ScoMo's having a holiday. And it's like, they're coming up with all this stupid stuff. I'm thinking like, mate, come on, if this is like what it boils down to, like that's all you can get on the guy, he's doing a pretty good job. Looking sick with that mow, Dusty. This is a Christmas caterpillar. That's one caterpillar. What's another caterpillar? Trying to repopulate the planet. This is the new Christmas tradition that we're globally, the whole flat Earth, right? We're starting a new tradition for the flat Earth, and it's the Christmas caterpillar. You should go cut a Christmas caterpillar. If your missus like, what are you doing? If you don't have a missus, cut yourself a Christmas caterpillar. You know what I mean? Go cut a Christmas caterpillar. Make her, and then A, you're going to get a missus because you got a Christmas caterpillar. B, your missus is going to love it. C, we need to repopulate the planet because demonic green goblins that smell like sulfur are fucking trying to depopulate the planet. So Bang, mate. Just get that caterpillar going. Make sure you feed your caterpillar every 2 to 3 days. You need to give it some cat's milk just to keep a nice shiny coat. Pussy juice. You know what I'm talking about. Pardon me. What's he not impeached? Is he? Nah. Trumpo ain't impeached, mate. Trump's actually growing his own caterpillar right now. I seen him today doing his speech and he's sweating. It was like, he had like sweat. And I'm thinking, Trump, if you had a Christmas caterpillar hanging off that face, the message would be a lot clearer and people would listen more. The message would seep into the heart and minds of the people more. Freedom and conservative. I'm hairless virgin. Can't grow even if I wanted to. Don't fucking lie to me, mate. Just get a little bit of that. We need to look up ways. Just start growing your nostril hairs out, bro. And then part that down the side of your face. And then you're going to be a hairy stud. You're the freedom and conservative. You can't be all that bad, mate. Surely you got hair growing out of your nose. Just grow that nose hair. Just put a big carry around a sign saying free mustache rides. You know what I mean? Oh, Ballycopter. Keep Movember going for 2 months. That's it, brother. We're starting a tradition. Everything good in this earth, you have to embed it into a tradition. You have to. It's like a metaphor. All good things become metaphorical. They become symbolic. It's like a symbolic ceremony, and that's what this is, symbolic. Powerful. The Christmas caterpillar. Trump isn't impeached yet. Has to go to the Supreme Court first. I thought it's like in the House, and then it passed in the House, and next year it goes in the Senate, and then they have to vote on it there. Sorry I missed Sunday. I was going out with some friends down to New South Wales and got back yesterday. Oh yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah, we had a good one. We went for beers, went to church, and we had chicken and beers. Maybe we've found a new good pub to go to. They had 40 beers on tap and delicious wings at the sports bar in the city. It was fucking awesome. Ballycopter. I'm definitely a traditionalist, but you are a constitutionalist. Yeah, sorry, Senate. Yeah. This is what I reckon. This is what I reckon right-wing people are. Classical liberalism, which used to be a virtue of the left, but now, because they believe in freedom, they're part of the right. Classical liberalism, conservatism, libertarianism. Is that right? I reckon that's about it. And inside that, you got civic nationalism, traditionalists, constitutionalists, all that, all embodied in there. Freedom and conservative. I haven't been out with the guys in a while. I've missed a few meets. I've got to get back into it. Yeah, man. I'm going for beers tomorrow. Out in Ipswich. Let me fucking know, mate. Come around. Mate, donate $1 to my fucking PayPal and then I'll do a beer bomb. Get this. Bang. Last week, I made a few bucks off my PayPal. And I bought my carton with donations from everyone's PayPal. How good is that? I gotta say, that's like a real generous, good thing that people are doing, helping Dusty buy beer. Let me have a look. Yo. Pardon me. Oh, someone gave me $1. Yeah. 71 cents. Fucking oath, mate. That's what I'm all about. Yeah, so that dead set, boys. How's this law? I was talking about the huge fines for Australians caught swearing in public. That's what they reckon. Anyone caught in New South Wales can be fined up to 660 or might even be required to complete up to 100 hours of community service. The swearing in public. While in South Australia, the maximum penalty is $1,250 or 3 months imprisonment. Don't go to Ipswich. Queensland and Victoria also enforced the stand and clearly define the language as disorderly, offensive, threatening, indecent, and violent. Oh, yeah. So it's not just like, hey, you're fucking going. You know what I mean? It's like, effing, like full meltdown. I get you. Thing about these laws is, I guess, if they wanted to, they'd be like, that's disorderly and offensive. You'd be like, what are you talking about? I was just talking about Christmas caterpillars and drinking cat's milk. You know what I mean? And then they lock you up for 3 months, give you a $1,200 fine. What a joke. I believe in Ballycopter. I believe in natural order. Yeah, me too. Nice. Freedom and conservative. I hate swearing, but I'm a big advocate for free speech. So that sits wrong with me. Yeah, isn't it funny how, like, there was like, have you seen that? I think it's like in Brazil, Netflix, they have like a gay Jesus video. I don't know if it's a TV series, and it's like, gay Jesus. It's probably a comedy. And it was like a petition to sign it to ask Netflix to remove it. And it's like, do I believe in freedom of speech? It's like, yeah. I signed the petition. I believe in freedom of speech, but I signed the petition. It's like a contradiction. And it's like, I guess the best argument for that is like, is Netflix going to make a funny gay Muhammad or Buddha, or, you know what I mean, show? Is Netflix going to do that? No. And the thing is, they do it to Christians, and because they know Christians would be like, probably just laugh about it. I did sign the petition. And I was like, yeah, all right, fair enough. At least they need to know, like, thousands of Christians be like, it's a bit on the nose, mate. But it's just the petition. It's just letting them know. But it's like, if they were consistent, I'd have no worries. But, you know what I mean? I'd probably start swearing more out of spite now, lol. Allah is gayer than Jesus. I think in the Quran, it's like, when Allah judges people, he just like, he doesn't have objective moral truth. There's no like law and objective truth in Islam. It's just up to Allah. He can be like, no worries, mate. I actually like you. I like that bloke, and just let him. You know what I mean? Like, there's no actual truth in Islam, but there's no actual objective moral standard. So it's like, I find that weird. I don't know how you could, for me, objective moral standard, and an objective moral reality, for me, is evidence for God. And then I think to myself, like, oh, it's justification, it's understanding, like, oh, so that's why God came and died. So he's like, all right, you're just stuffing up, you've failed my objective moral standard, but I actually, all right, it's not good enough, I'm going to die for that. I'm going to die for all them sins. There's got to be payment for that, and I'll do that for you guys so we can come together in some kind of relationship, friendship. You know what I mean? Like, if there's an objective truth and standard, then we all have failed that standard, and we're like, we will deny that there's an objective truth, or B, will accept that reality and go, yep, I've failed. God help. What do you do at that point? You know what I mean? Try better. Repent. Turn away from the mistakes. Try better. But you can't. How do you get rid of mistakes you've done? How do you do it? You can't. You can't wipe it clean. If God is holy, how can he accept that? How do you and I, can we forgive each other and other people who do wrong around us? And we go, it's like a hard thing to do. It's hard to do that. How do I do that? How could I do that? If I seen someone do something so terrible and I was like, you can't sweep it under the rug. You know what I mean? Maybe if there's a payment, maybe if someone pays. Anyway, I'm going on. Just saying, yeah, Allah is gayer than Jesus. Well, Allah doesn't believe in objective moral truth. So, where the God of the Bible says gay is objectively wrong, I didn't make that up. I didn't make any of the rules or any of the standards up. Not me. I didn't do that. It's nothing to do with me. I can't pick and choose what's right and wrong. It's either subjectively true and we do whatever we want, or there's an objective truth and moral standard. What can you do? Oswald, did you hear about certain countries forming militia groups to stop the government from taking their guns? Really? New Zealand, bro. Nah. Glenn, Dusper, how you going, mate? How you going, Glenn? God was never politically correct. Yeah, there's nothing politically correct about having, if you have a standard, if you're like, that's it, bang, that's it, that's red lines, these are red lines. If you have red lines, that's not politically correct. It's not politically correct, mate. It's just, that is it, bang, this is it, these are the things, bang, 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 that's the way it is. This is the reality of the situation. If you set it up, if I say in December you have to have a Christmas caterpillar, that's it, bang. No Christmas caterpillar, no conversation. I'm walking around, there's people, they call them people, and all I see is nothing. They're like ghosts to me. I only recognize Christmas caterpillars. You know what I mean? So if that's that is my I'm God. Christmas caterpillars is it. If you don't have a Christmas caterpillar in December, you're done. You're done. I can't even see you. You become invisible. That's it, mate. There's no political correctness in that system. And if the people, the PC, the political correct people, right, if they tell me they believe in cultural relativism, multiculturalism, moral, morality is subjective, cultural, all cultures, doesn't matter. Cultural relativism, moral relativism, they're telling me this. Who's telling me, who's saying that? Who believes that? Is that even true? If they tell me that, how are they pissed off at me? How are you angry at me and my Bible? How are you angry at the words of Jesus and his disciples, the apostles, the letters, the gospels? How are you angry? How are you mad? You're mad at the standard. Homosexuality is a sin. These are the sins. Homosexuality, drunkenness, blah, 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 blah. You look at someone with lust, you've committed adultery. You look at someone with anger, you've committed murder. That's it. Guilt. If that is the standard, that's the truth. I didn't create. If you're the God who created heaven and earth, all things, and you say that's it, and we're guilty, we're all done. That's it, mate. But I believe in multiculturalism, cultural relativism, moral relativism, and you can't stomach that. You can handle everything else, but you can't handle what I just said. It's too upsetting. Upsets me. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Where was I in the comment section? Glenn, beautiful Aussie content now. Beager boy here, drought sent rain for the shitty dimwit farmer. Oh yeah, we need to bloody get you guys rain, mate. My granddad, he migrated from Scotland and bought a farm out in Roma, so west of Brisbane. Bought a farm out there, and they reckon he had like 10 years of drought. 10 years, no rain out there. So this must have been in like World War II. You know what I mean? My great granddad, sorry, must have been like World War II. Then my granddad was born in Australia, and he left Australia because of the drought and went to New Zealand. You know what I mean? So the thing is, drought, I know in my ancestry, my family tree, they're like 10 years of drought. It's recorded. It's recorded in there. 10 years they reckon it didn't rain out there. So I don't know if it's from climate change. I know the climate change this week. I know Monday was hot as, and the rest of the week was like 10 degrees cooler. But we've got to pray for rain. That's damn straight. You know what I mean? We can't donate $1. If I can't donate $1 just to help farmers, maybe we should pray. Maybe we should have a little, where's the light? Where's the light? Where are the matches? You get matches, get a candle, and you just be like, just fight all the pot-bellied green goblins that smell like sulfur. Send the rain in. Please. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, mate. Yeah, send the rain for Glenn. God, a bit of rain would be nice. What else we got going on here, mate? Here's another article. Australian women take a stand, block trans athlete from joining national handball team. We've already seen Kevin Rudd, the X-Man, play handball. And so what 11, I run my bike on the yard just to heat up the climate. He runs his postie in the backyard just so the lefties cry. I don't know. I don't understand these left-wing, the climate change kids who glue themselves to streets and stuff and they carry on. Like I bought solar panels, $3,000. Solar hot water, $3,000. Rainwater tank. Got it all. My power bill's like $250 a year. That's it. Carpool to work, carpool to church. Drive 4-cylinder vehicles. What more can I do, mate? What more can I do? I've invested my own money. I've done it. I actually did it to save money. And I wonder when these left-wing people, are they going to be like, are they going to put $1? Are they going to put $1 out of their own pocket? Are they going to do anything? I recycle every beer bottle I drink, I recycle them. I get 10 cents. Get 10 cents back. Recycle all my rubbish. You just do that stuff. Do it. Go do something about it. They won't do it. They don't want to do anything about it. These kids want to whinge about it. They don't want to do anything about it. They don't give a crap. Freedom and conservative lol. If any of them are in front of my car, they're getting run over. Glenn, the Bega Valley needs rain. Thank you for asking the divine power. That's it. We need to have I probably should find somewhere where we can donate, somewhere decent. Freedom and conservative. My goal is to get completely off-grid, but not for climate reasons, just because I'm a huge prepper and want to get out of modern society. Yeah, exactly. I think that on the conservative side, we got for me, it was the funny thing. I was I got $3,000 in my bank account, in my offsetting my mortgage, probably 4% interest on $3,000. What's that? It's $400. Not even $420 a year interest I saved off my mortgage by having it in my offset account at $3,000. I bought the solar panels, and I'm saving. I don't know. Let's say I'm saving $700 just from the solar panels. $700. So I've gone from offset in my offset account, saving me $120 a year in interest on $3,000, to getting the solar, spending the $3,000 on solar and saving $700 a year on my power bill. It was an investment. If that money was just going to sit in my offsetting interest on my mortgage, it was a better investment. I get a better return. If you minus the $120 that I saved on interest having in my mortgage, right, it's still $580. It's $580 better off I am. In less than 6 years, it paid itself off. I got all my money back. It's been 8 years. I got all my money back plus. It's it was an investment. You know what I mean? My solar hot water, my water tank broke, and the plumber's like, oh yeah, I built my granny flat downstairs, and he's like, it's illegal to have a hot water tank enclosed now in Queensland. I'll have to move the tank outside. And he was like, it will cost whatever, $500 for the tank, $1,000 to repipe it all outside. So he's like, you're spending $1,500. Do you want to spend? Maybe it was $2.5 grand. He's like, do you want to spend an extra grand and get the solar hot water, and all your hot water will be from the sun? And I was like, yeah, I might as well. It's an extra $1,000. Probably only saves me $50 a quarter, but in 5 years, it paid itself off. That extra $1,000 paid itself off. Yeah, and I got a rainwater tank. I use my rainwater tank for washing my car, cleaning my pool filter, topping up my pool, running my still when I do homebrew. Bang. There you go. Do something about it. If you really care, I did it all because I had money in the bank, and it was saved me money to do it. It made me money. It's better than having it. If you got money and it's sitting there and it's not doing anything, saving you interest on your mortgage, what are you doing with it? If you can get a better deal by putting it in something a bit better, then why don't you do it? And if you think the planet's gonna fucking burn, climate change is gonna destroy the planet in 12 years, well, tell your parents. If you're like willing to glue yourself to the street, go tell your parents, hey, mum and dad, can we put fucking solar hot water and solar panels and rainwater tanks on all of our houses? They might have investment properties, and be like, oh, there's 2 houses in the family. Can we do it on that? It's going to cost 15 grand. I'm willing to pay you, offset the interest out of my own pocket. Maybe if they put it off their mortgage and they got a 3% loan on 15 grand, you know, what do you got? Nothing, mate. $150 a year or something interest. It's nothing. Tell your parents. Do something about it. They don't want to do anything about it. They want to introduce a fucking global. They just want to introduce more tax or something. I don't know what they're doing. They're stupid. Anyway, I'm talking shit now. Wow, solar water heater. So you're saying I can have hot showers when I build a cabin in the forest? So hot. Hug you. Hey, true love. People are falling in love in my chat. How good's that? Let's read. Where am I in this? Anyway, I went on a tangent. We're reading about these transgender handball players. Greta's parents can suck my CO2 because climate change makes me moist. I love it. Where was I? Australian women take a stand, block trans athlete from joining national handball team. That's good news. And I'm looking at a picture. This trans looks like AFL. I don't know why they've called it handball. It's probably because it's an American Brett Bart, which I think is English. I don't know, or American, whatever. Handball. It's not handball. It's AFL. Anyway, looks like fucking bloke. Looks like I wouldn't want to fight this trans bloke handball player. Australian transgender AFL player Hannah Muncie is lashing out after being excluded from national women's team because several of the female athletes did not want to share shower space with him. With him. He's still got his buru. He's still got his knee long hanging down there, causing him dramas on the field and that. I confirmed that, yes, I was left out of the team for the World Championship because there was a group of players within the team supported by the team manager who did not want to shower or use the change room before or after games. This was, in turn, the sole reason given to me by our coach for my non-selection. Yeah, what? It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird, though. Wonder if there was, like, trans female who could compete in the men's sports. Right, we don't want that bitch in our fucking change room. She'll cry if she sees what we doing there. We're animals. She couldn't fucking handle it. She's not a biological male. In the same conversation, I was clear that our coach knew what she was doing would not be received well, despite the fact that prior to selection, I passed every fitness test given to me with relative ease. Of course you did. You're a fucking top bloke. She assured me that she would tell people that I was fit to play rather than actual reason that I wasn't fit to play than the actual reason just given. She even acknowledged in that conversation how well I'd done in my rehab to warrant selection if the change room issue hadn't been a factor. Jeez, note. I'm looking at the picture. She's a big burly bloke. Still got boobs, but bolt-ons. Anyone can have them. Got a nice set of bolt-ons. Way better than buying solar for your roof. What a way better investment. You know what I mean? All the money that these transgenders spend getting fucking boob jobs, they should be buying solar panels for the fucking roofs and shit. Saving us from global fucking warming. We've only got 12 years to live on this planet before all climate change is going to change everything. It's going to change the whole world. And these transgenders are so worried about changing the flat chest into double D bolt-ons, you know what I mean? What's going on? Can I get some Dusty Sheila? What's going on? You can get some of the caterpillar, the Christmas caterpillar later. If you behave yourself. No one wants AIDS. Helicopter. Your language is more difficult than mine. You'll manage it. They've been saying that for the last 2,000 years. Oh. Yeah, I can't believe. Oh, no fucking way. Get out of it. Bolt on. Is that what you're talking about? You don't need any. The transgender athletes that are spending all the hard-earned money that they should be putting towards solar panels and fucking trying to save everyone's lives, too busy spending their money on bolt-ons anyway. Yes, I would be playing in the World Championships right now if I had given in and accepted the quite frankly ludicrous request made by team manager both on his own behalf and those players represented. He complied. Hang on. I've skipped down a bit. I've missed a bit. The players who has been seriously overpowered overpowering female players in the sports also said he might have been on the team if he had stayed quiet and not spoken up about being mistreated merely because he is a trans athlete. Yes, I would be playing the World Championship right now if I'd given in and accepted the quite frankly ridiculous request made by my team manager, both on his own behalf and those players he represented. He complained, but others felt the exclusion was the proper course. You're a bloke. You're a big, burly bloke. Getting amongst the AFL with the Sheilas. Kira Lee Smith, the spokesperson for the women's group Binary, celebrated the exclusion of the 6'2", 220-pound from the women's national team. What a great example the women in this team, supported by their manager, have been, Kira Lee Smith said. I've actually interviewed Kira Lee Smith. She's awesome. These women have every right to expect female-only areas to shower and change. They are brave and they are right to exclude males from their private spaces. These women should be upheld as role models for female athletes everywhere. Fucking oath, mate. Good on Kira Lee Smith for getting a write-up in the in a Brett Bart bloody you're a great bloke. Keep it real forever. Amen. She is finished, Dusty. 100% Aussie shoe. What else have I got here? Another fucking article. How long's this live going for? I feel myself. I can't even fucking read anymore. How terrible am I? Alright, I'm going to have to love yous and leave yous, wrap this live up. God bless yous. I hope everyone has a good Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to go live before Christmas. What's that? Wednesday? Who knows? Anyway, I encourage everyone to cut a Christmas Christmas caterpillar. We've got to repopulate the planet from the make babies. If you don't have a woman, just grow a Christmas caterpillar, and by January you'll have a woman, real woman, and you'll be able to name your firstborn son the Dusty Bogan, and all will be well. Freedom Conservative, I can't, I'm face bald. We need to grow a mullet or a skullet. Like that. Christmas skullet. You know what I mean? For everyone. Anyway, God bless you. Hope you have a good Christmas. And have a fucking good one, eh? Nah, God bless you. Thanks for a good year. I probably will stream again before Christmas or New Year's or whatever. I recently cut my hair like Forrest Gump. Fuck yeah. That's sick, dude. Forrest, my hero. Must suck being a beardless. Yeah. Alright, God bless you. Catch us definitely next Thursday. That means it's going to be like Boxing Day. What? Maybe not. Something like that. I don't know. I need to look at the calendar. Anyway, God bless you. Catch us fucking later, eh? Thanks for a good year.